which is pure love. And then even in prema, there are many categories, many stages which are explained in by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in Madhurya Kadambini. But coming back to our topic, how is all of these 9 stages of bhakti really what we are discussing about Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti is because there are 2 components, Shraddha and Ruchi. That we said, Shraddha is the initial faith, Ruchi is spontaneous attraction, which comes after Nishtha. In Vaidhi Bhakti, Shraddha is the primary component, that you have faith in the scriptures. It's out of scriptural faith in the scriptural injunctions and out of fear of material existence. But there is a secondary component of Ruchi. There is some attraction, spontaneous attraction. But primarily it's Shraddha. Whereas in Raganuga Bhakti, primarily the attraction is Ruchi. The primary component is Ruchi. Primarily we are performing devotional service not because it says in the Veda. We are performing because I'm attracted spontaneously to Krishna. I can't stop myself. And secondary component is Shraddha, faith in scriptures. So in both cases, there is faith in scriptures, there is Ruchi, but the primary and secondary components are different. Yeah. For example, we can say Raganuga Bhakti, you can say, for example, Shukadev Goswami was, as soon as he came out of the womb of his mother, he was already 16 years old. He just left and he went out. And when he was going in the fields, he heard some of the farmers and some of the ladies singing the glories of Aho Bakiyam Stanakala Kutam, which means this was the verse which actually explained how Lord Krishna is so merciful that he gave the position of nurse to Putana who had come to kill him. This was the description that was given. And just when he heard this beautiful verse about Aho Bakiyam Stanakala Kutam, the whole verse he was just completely encapsulated. Wow. Aho Bakiyam Stanakala Kutam Jigham Sayapaya Yadapya Sadhavi Lebhe gatim dhatyuchutam tatonyam kam va dayalum sharanam vrajema. Alas, how shall I take shelter of one more merciful than he who granted the position of mother to a she-demon, to Putana? Although she was unfaithful and she prepared deadly poison to be sucked from her breast. This is an example of extreme mercy of the Lord, even to the enemy of the Lord. And as soon as Shukadev Goswami, just coming out of the womb, heard these beautiful prayers, he became spontaneously attracted to Lord Krishna. Who is this person? He became spontaneously attracted. This is on the level of Raganuga Bhakti. Of course, we can also say that Shukadev Goswami is an eternally liberated soul, but he performed this pastime at the platform of Raganuga Bhakti. Or even 4 Kumaras. We see the 4 Kumaras as they were approaching the Vaikuntha planets. They smelt the tulsi leaves the smell of the tulsi leaves that were coming from the lotus feet of the Lord. And just that smell of the tulsi, they didn't even see the Lord yet. They didn't have his darshan yet. But just the smell of the tulsi leaves coming from the lotus feet of the Lord as the Lord was approaching them. They were standing outside the gates. They didn't even know that the Lord is approaching. But just that smell spontaneously attracted them. Even Rukmini. Of course, Rukmini is on the platform of Bhava Bhakti, Prema Bhakti, but still she was spontaneously attracted. She heard in the court of her father, Bhishmaka, she would hear all these great sages, Narad Muni, Vyasadeva, everyone coming and glorifying Lord Krishna. And just by hearing the glorification of Lord Krishna, she fell in love with him. And she just felt that uh, I have to write a love letter to Krishna. I want to meet him. I want to marry him. But anyway, these are examples of spontaneous attraction to the Lord. And that is the basic difference between Pancharatrika Vidhi of deity worship and all of that, and Bhagavata Vidhi. Because when the heart is clean and pure and lust and anger and pride, greed, envy, illusion, then when we hear the pastimes of the Lord, we are spontaneously attracted. That's the level. But Srila Prabhupada would say Pancharatrika Vidhi and Bhagavata Vidhi are two tracks of the train. We have to perform both of them simultaneously. In some cases, Srila Prabhupada says, like there are 9 processes of devotional service, which is Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. So Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam are part of Bhagavata Vidhi, where a devotee is so spontaneously attracted to the Lord that he doesn't need to engage any of his other senses other than simply hearing and chanting about the Lord. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. Whereas Pancharatrika Vidhi is all the others: Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam, all of that, of course. But of course, especially Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Srila Prabhupada writes in one purport is that these are Pancharatrika Vidhi. And we have to perform both. As Srila Prabhupada says, Radha Krishna cannot be approached by neophyte devotees. Therefore, temple worship according to regulative principles is offered to Lakshmi Narayan. So Srila Prabhupada said, actually, the ISKCON temple worship that we offer based on the Vedic scriptures, based on the rules and regulations, it is actually Lakshmi Narayan worship. Because Radha Krishna are not dressed opulently. Radha Krishna are dressed very simply. Actually, if you want to worship them, then they should be dressed in cowherd boy and cowherd girl dress, very simple, and like a pagri and just a dhoti, and he just goes around. But here they are worshipped with opulence as Lakshmi Narayan, and that's how we are supposed to worship. Because Prabhupada says in Radha Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan is included. But we are actually not at that platform of serving Radha Krishna.